Everything changed in the final moments of Season 1, and now fans are holding their breath, wondering what Season 2 Episode 1 will reveal. After all the secrets, all the broken trust, and all the intense twists, one question refuses to stay silent. What hidden ancestor is about to step into the story and turn everything upside down? Because if the clues in the finale were real, Episode 1 might open the door to a revelation that rewrites the entire bloodline of the characters we thought we understood. The idea of a hidden ancestor returning in Season 2 Episode 1 has become one of the strongest theories. After the Season 1 grand finale, the finale hinted at old family ties that were never fully explained, leaving viewers with the feeling that someone important from the past is still missing. This mysterious character could be someone whose actions shaped the entire family tree, but their story was never told. Many fans believe the writers purposely held back this reveal to save it for the next season, allowing the series to open with a shock that connects past and present in a powerful way. The strength of this theory comes from the small moments scattered throughout Season 1. Throughout the season, there were hints about lost records, forgotten relationships, and people disappearing without answers. Even though these details seemed small, they were repeatedly placed at key emotional points. This suggests they were not random or accidental. Instead, they were likely clues pointing towards someone who played an important role in the history of the main characters. Episode 1 of Season 2 could finally connect these scattered pieces, allowing viewers to see the full picture instead of fragments. Another reason fans believe this ancestor reveal is coming is the way the finale ended. Several characters seemed confused or unsettled when certain names or dates were mentioned, as if they knew more than they wanted to admit. This reaction caught the attention of many viewers who believe the show is preparing them for a character who was thought to be dead, lost, or erased from the family history. The return of such a person would not only change the emotional journey of the main family, but also alter how viewers understand the line of blood that connects every generation. This reveal could have a major emotional impact because Outlander has always been a story about identity, loyalty, and time. Bringing back a hidden ancestor could challenge everything the characters believe about themselves. It could force them to question their past, their destiny, and even their relationships. If this character returns with knowledge from a different time or era, the storyline could become even more intense, adding new conflicts, secrets, and choices that shape the direction of the season. Episode 1 could set all of this in motion, making the opening of Season 2 one of the most surprising and emotional beginnings in the series so far. The idea of a new clan war starting in Season 2. Episode 1 grows stronger when we look back at how Season 1 ended. The finale left behind an atmosphere so heavy and tense that it felt like the calm before a storm. There were uneasy alliances, broken promises, and quiet looks that suggested old grudges were slowly waking up again. While the characters were dealing with their personal challenges, the clans around them were also facing growing pressure from rivals who had been waiting for the right moment to strike. Many fans believe Episode 1 won't waste time easing viewers back into the story. Instead, it may open with the first signs of conflict, signaling that peace is about to collapse as power-hungry leaders make their move. The seeds of war were planted carefully throughout Season 1, appearing in moments that felt unimportant at first, but now seem like warnings. Tension between the clans is not a new theme in the Outlander world. But the signs in the last season were different. They were quieter, more personal, and more hidden, almost as if the show wanted viewers to sense danger without fully seeing it. Conversations about land, loyalty, and secret alliances kept showing up, but they were often cut short or changed suddenly whenever certain characters entered the scene. This suggests the writers were saving something larger for later, building an undercurrent of threat that is ready to rise. Episode 1 could be the moment that hidden tension finally breaks into the open. Some fans think the first episode may introduce a dispute over territory. Others believe a betrayal from within a trusted circle might spark the conflict. Whatever the case, the finale made it clear that several clans were already on edge. Waiting for anything that could justify drawing weapons again. Another powerful reason this theory makes sense is the emotional state of the characters after the finale. Many of them were left hurting, confused, or angry, and emotional wounds often lead to rash decisions. A character who feels wronged might act without thinking, triggering a chain reaction that pulls innocent people into chaos. Another character might be forced into choosing sides even when they wish to stay neutral. Episode 1 could show how quickly a single mistake or heated argument turns into a full clash between clans that already distrust each other. In Outlander, war is rarely about one moment. It grows from small sparks that merge into something uncontrollable. And the finale certainly delivered more than one spark. If the show follows this path, the new season could begin with a conflict that not only tests the characters' strength, but also reshapes their loyalties and futures. The emotional impact of a new clan war would be huge because it pushes the characters into situations where survival and loyalty collide. Relationships could crack under pressure, alliances could break, and unexpected partnerships might form between characters who were once enemies. The idea of war also raises the stakes for new characters who may appear in Season 2. They could be warriors, spies, or leaders with their own agendas, stepping into the story at the exact moment everything begins to fall apart. A fresh conflict allows the writers to expand the world, introduce new motives, and explore deeper themes of trust and sacrifice. Season 2 Episode 1 could easily use the start of a clan war to set the tone for the entire season, giving viewers a sense that no one's path is safe and every choice carries weight. Finally, this theory fits perfectly with the overall style of the series. Outlander often blends personal drama with large historical struggles, showing how private relationships are shaped by public battles. The end of Season 1 created the perfect emotional and political landscape for a new conflict to rise. Episode 1 could use this moment to deliver a powerful opening that draws viewers straight into the danger, reminding them that in this world, love and war can never fully be separated. If the theory is true, the new season will begin not with quiet reflection, but with rumbling tension ready to explode into a fresh chapter of violence, strategy, and emotional turmoil. One of the most emotional theories for Season 2 Episode 1 is the possibility of romantic betrayal, a moment that could shake the foundation of several relationships at once. Outlander has always shown that love in this world is never simple, and the finale of Season 1 made that clearer than ever. The characters walked into the end of the season carrying secrets they were not ready to face, feelings they tried to hide, and fears they hoped no one would notice. When people hide things from the ones they love, the truth always comes out at the worst possible time. Episode 1 could be that moment. Fans have noticed how certain characters avoided important conversations, how they hesitated before making promises, and how they acted strangely when someone's name or past was mentioned. These moments may look small, but they can easily grow into heartbreak when the new season begins. The reason this theory feels so real is because Season 1 built emotional cracks slowly and quietly. It started with misunderstandings that were brushed aside, then grew into silence between characters who once trusted each other deeply. Some characters tried to protect loved ones by hiding the truth, while others kept secrets out of fear, guilt, or confusion. The finale showed the heavy cost of these choices. A few characters clearly felt torn between what they wanted and what they believed they owed to someone else. This kind of emotional conflict is the perfect setup for betrayal. Episode 1 could reveal a secret relationship, an old lover reappearing, or a painful confession that forces a couple to question everything about their bond. In Outlander, love is often tested by time, danger, and destiny. And Season 2 may continue this pattern by pushing characters into decisions they never thought they would make. Another reason fans expect heartbreak is the emotional pressure many characters faced in the last season. When people feel uncertain about their future, they sometimes cling to comfort, even if it leads them toward the wrong person. The finale hinted at unresolved longing, unfinished conversations, and emotional distance forming between people who once shared deep connection. Episode 1 might explore what happens when love becomes tangled with regret or fear. A character who feels neglected might seek attention from someone unexpected. Another character might discover a truth that destroys the trust they built over years. The audience could watch a relationship fall apart not because the characters stopped loving each other, but because they loved each other too much to admit their mistakes. These complex emotional layers make betrayal more than just a dramatic twist. It becomes a painful, human experience viewers can understand. The ripple effect of romantic betrayal could move far beyond the couple involved. In Outlander, relationships are tied to families, clans, and alliances. When love collapses, everything around it can break too. Episode 1 might show how a broken heart leads to tension between clans, strained friendships, or sudden shifts in loyalty. A character who feels betrayed could make choices driven by anger or hurt, affecting everyone around them. This creates the perfect storm for new conflicts and deeper emotional arcs throughout the season. Betrayal could also force characters to grow, to face truths they ignored, and to rebuild their identities. It could shape the entire direction of Season 2, adding layers of intensity to every future episode. Fans believe the writers may use Episode 1 to show the first signs of emotional collapse, setting the stage for a season filled with healing, revenge, forgiveness, or even new love. Overall, this theory fits naturally with the heart of the series. Outlander has always explored love as both a gift and a burden, something that brings characters strength but also makes them vulnerable. The finale of Season 1 left many relationships standing on trembling ground. Season 2 Episode 1 may be where the story stops hiding the truth and reveals the emotional damage underneath. Whether it's a shocking confession, a discovered secret, or a painful goodbye, heartbreak could shape the beginning of the new season in a deep and unforgettable way. One of the most haunting theories for Season 2 Episode 1 is the idea that a dark prophecy hinted throughout Season 1 will finally start to come true. The finale left behind a trail of uneasy signs, cryptic warnings, strange coincidences, and unsettling conversations that felt too intentional to ignore. Outlander has always woven destiny into its storytelling, and every time a prophecy appears, it carries weight. Season 1 teased the existence of an old prediction tied to the family's bloodline, something that seemed forgotten or ignored by most characters, yet repeatedly surfaced in the background at the most tense moments. Fans believe Episode 1 may be the moment when this prophecy stops being a distant fear and begins shaping the characters' lives in a real, unavoidable way. The show often reminds us that time is not always a straight line. The past can echo into the future, and choices made long before a character was born can come back to demand their price. What makes this theory especially strong is how carefully Season 1 handled the theme of fate. Throughout the episodes, characters tried to escape or ignore warnings, but the story kept pulling them back toward a path they didn't want to walk. The finale in particular seemed to underline the idea that destiny was tightening its grip. Some characters heard troubling words, others stumbled upon clues connected to their ancestry, and a few witnessed events that hinted at something larger watching over them. These were not random details. They felt like pieces of a puzzle the writers intend to reveal slowly. Starting with Episode 1, fans point to a few key moments where someone spoke of loss, danger, or a coming sacrifice. Those lines seemed symbolic at first, but many viewers now believe they were foreshadowing a painful event that will shake the new season as soon as it. Beginsa prophecy coming true would create emotional tension unlike anything the characters have faced before. It could force them into choices that feel impossible, especially if the prophecy involves death, betrayal, or a broken bond. The idea that someone's future is already written is terrifying, and Episode 1 may explore how each character reacts when they realize they are part of a story bigger than themselves. Some may try to fight the prophecy, believing they can rewrite what has been foretold. Others may accept it, fearing that resisting fate only makes the outcome worse. A few might even attempt risky actions in hopes of breaking the cycle. This emotional struggle could drive the plot of the entire season, as every decision becomes shadowed by the fear that the Prophecy is slowly unfolding no matter what they do. Another powerful layer to this theory is the possibility that the prophecy is connected to the time-traveling elements of Outlander. If the prediction came from someone who saw the future or witnessed the past from a different point in time, its accuracy becomes even more unsettling. Episode 1 could reveal pages from an old journal, a forgotten letter, or a story passed down through generations that suddenly matches current events too closely to dismiss. This kind of connection would deepen the mystery, showing viewers how intertwined the timelines really are. It could also create dramatic tension between characters who believe in fate and those who reject it. The clash between hope and fear, belief and doubt, could push relationships to their limits and shape how alliances form throughout the season. The true impact of a dark prophecy coming true lies in its ability to raise the stakes for everyone. Once the characters realize they are living inside a warning from the past, every moment becomes more intense. A simple choice could feel dangerous, a familiar face could turn into a threat, and a small mistake could set off events that lead toward a predicted tragedy. Season 2 Episode 1 has the perfect opportunity to introduce this shift in tone, giving viewers the sense that something unseen is approaching, something that cannot be escaped. If this theory turns out to be true, the new season may begin with a sense of destiny closing in, pulling the characters into a powerful, emotional storm that tests their courage, loyalty, and strength more than ever before.